Hey guys, how's it going? Back again with another simple acoustic guitar lesson for those of you who are learning. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking about strumming, different strumming techniques and how to do that. So I thought I'd just give you some ideas for your strumming patterns and different ideas to have a nice smooth strumming sound, rhythm sound on the acoustic guitar. So let me give you some basic foundational stuff first, and then I'll give you a little bit more advanced stuff. So depending on where you are on your guitar journey, hopefully you can get something out of this video no matter who you are. So right back to the basics. Let's start in the key of G. Okay, so grab a G chord like that with me. Now, basic foundation of strumming in 4/4, so 4 beats per bar. This is how you start. This is how I started. This is how pretty much every guitarist starts to learn how to strum. Count it out with downbeats and upbeats, down strums and up strums. Count it like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, that's 4 beats a bar. 4/4. 4 beats per bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and to the C, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and D, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so that's basic. Now, normally you don't need to strum down, up strums the whole time. So what we do to make strumming a little bit more interesting is skip strums. Okay, so the most basic form would be like this: 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm actually skipping the first up strum: 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, the key to smooth strumming is to keep your wrist flowing like this. No matter how many strums you're skipping, just keep your wrist flowing like this. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay? Don't stop it. Just keep it flowing. Okay? Now, let's keep moving on. Skip some more strums. 1, 2. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, so you can see it, let me get a little bit closer. Okay. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. See how my wrist is still doing the movement, but I'm skipping some of those strums. So that is a very common strumming pattern, that one. C, G. And I'm playing the C add 9 there, by the way, in case you're wondering. Okay? Alright, now, so that's some basic ideas if you're just starting out. Now, some other ideas that I use a lot in my strumming, once you get a little bit more advanced, here are some tips. At the start, often I hit the top bass notes to kind of accent them a little bit, like. Hear that? You can hear me. So what you can do, here's a little exercise that you can practice, is learning to hit those bass notes. Just start strumming by hitting the bass note. So if we're in G, hit the bass note G. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. If you want it simpler, just do this. Okay? And then what you're doing is you're training your hand to hit those bass notes. Then go to the C. Sounds a little bit country. But it's good practice, so whether you like country music or not, it doesn't matter, or folk music, it's good practice to learn to hit those bass notes. So G, C, G. Hear the bass notes? D, C. So hear that? Often I do that in my strumming. I hit the bass note so you can accent that. And then with my up strums, you don't have to go all the way up. Of course, if you want a big sound, you can do that. But so at the start, I'll accent the bassier notes. And then the rest of my strumming, I'm only dragging the pick over those high strings, maybe the top 3 or 4. I don't drag it all the way back up. Well, sometimes I do, but for that light strumming style. That up strum, hear that? Just hitting those top strings while the down strum gets the bass note. So that's a little technique. See, you can hear the bass note and then you can hear that nice light up strum. And as I've showed you before in other videos, keep the strumming nice and light. Don't dig in too hard when you, well, you know, if you're doing that. Okay, you can dig it hard, but if you're doing really nice mellow strumming, just keep it a nice light touch. Hold the pick not too hard, not too tight like that. Keep it nice and light, and just let it kind of glide across the strings. So try that. Try. G, C, D, C, G. Okay, now those chord shapes. G, C add 9, just keep those top 2 fingers on and drop those middle and index finger there, and then D of course there, or D2. C add 9 and G, okay? So you can practice hitting the bass note. Now one other thing that I often do is you can also incorporate some individual note picking into your strumming, like okay, so it's kind of a hybrid mixture of strumming and picking, and that gives a really soft kind of a touch and a little bit more dynamics to your playing. So an easy way to start is just to pick down the strings and up again. do a lot of stuff like that. And that's just picking up and down those bottom strings there, top strings, sorry, and hitting the bass note. See how you can hear I'm doing some picking in between, so maybe a simple exercise like that. So all I'm doing at the bottom there, I'm strumming that G chord and then picking. And then C. So third string, first string, second string, G, C. Okay, if I speed it up a little bit. So just some ideas for you with your rhythm, some things that you can practice, and I use that all the time. So I might pick up the guitar and just play. Hear how I'm combining the rhythm and the picking there, so. Oh, here's another exercise you can try. Okay, so in G. Okay, so start in G, then go to a G over B. So that's your G, and then go G over B. There's your B right there. Keep those top two fingers on. C add 9. D. Okay, and you can pick it like this. G over B. Sorry. C. D. D2 or D. Okay, just pick down the strings. Okay, so try and incorporate some of those ideas. I know that's a little bit rushed. But I hope it gives you some ideas of how to create kind of a sweeter sound with your rhythm playing. So good luck with that, and see you next time.